Okay, okay. Before you say anything, I know I'm wearing the same shirt, but it's like it's technically still like the same day for me. I took like a couple hour nap. Uh, I noticed and I figured I could just go change the shirt and nobody would ever know. But also I'm like way too tired to try to get up right now and do that. I definitely don't have the mental energy. Baby girl is finally asleep after like 4 hours of being very difficult. But like now it's bright outside, so now she'll sleep great, most likely. Anyway, let's try to get this level and then go to sleep. Right, around then is when my wife will be waking up. So, I have done some theory crafting while the baby was being a little persnickety. I pulled this level up and just to look at it a little bit because it's a very difficult level. I have spent a lot of time theorizing and making strats for this level for the speed run because it is a very, very difficult level. And but given that this is not a level that I'm playing blindly, given that I know most things about this level, I don't want to reduce the difficulty, even though I don't think that I have the best characters for it. I don't think that like Shackles and Infuser will necessarily be the best characters. I do think that Deathwalker is like basically the best character for this scenario specifically, which is one of the reasons that I want her for it before I retire her. I'm going to need to find a card to lose on Shackles, and I think it's going to be Swift Vengeance. I don't think I'm going to be playing into cursing in this scenario. We'll go through the special rules, and you will see why curses are not going to be very important. I have a relatively decent plan for how to go through this level. Also, it didn't spawn the oozes that are supposed to be here. Let's increase our health again. There we go. There are our oozes. I guess let's go ahead and let's do our road event. Let's go through the rules, and then we will get going on the level. I'm definitely need to check cards on Deathwalker, but my Infuser cards should be good. Just make sure I don't need any of these. Dark Fog is very potentially interesting here. I don't think I need Forceful Spirits at all. I think I would much rather have Dark Fog. And with that, we're ready. I really could also consider Rest in Shade for the Move All Shadows 6. This would be a very good scenario for it, but I think we're not going to do that. Also, the 96 initiative summon is actually pretty good here. But it's okay. It's okay. Our road event. Venturing into the mouth of a suspicious-looking cave has brought you to a hidden tomb featuring a sarcophagus carved directly into the cave itself. After a few hearty shoves, the lid collapses to the ground, revealing a 3-armed skeleton in rotting silk finery. Before you have a chance to investigate, it shoots upright, locking its gaze on you. Each slumber feels shorter than the last. Surely it's been less than a decade? You detect a hint of scorn in its voice as it looks at you. I expect you are here for the knowledge of my people. Gnarled bone fingers crack as they heave a tome to the rim of the coffin. Bound in moss and inked in the blood of my kind. Use it wisely. My people were great once. We stood with mankind, arm in arm in arm. Its words grow shallower, as though whatever magic reanimating it is fading. Then, your betrayal. Someday soon, you will fall to your betters, lost to guarding ruins whose purpose you cannot recall. The skeleton collapses motionlessly into the coffin, exuding a purple cloud of foul-smelling magic. Option A, attempt to use the book on him as a test subject. Option B, seal the sarcophagus back up and let him rest. He sounds sleepy. Option B. Let's do B. You lift the sarcophagus lid back onto the skeleton's resting place, and a calm falls over the room. Carvings in the wall of the room, obscured by dust, tell the tale of a great king and leader laid to rest. You don't know who would notice, but you take a moment to brush off the cobwebs and leave the tomb better than you found it. It would be nice to be honored this way someday. Gain a morale, 142-1 to the calendar in 1 week, and remove event 45 from the winter deck. Oh, this is the... It's like the exact same event. That's interesting. Okay, I guess it's exactly the same. And we are educated on Deathwalker, I believe. So we would have gotten 10 XP had we done the top. But yeah, it's the exact same rewards, so I'll take that morale. We get 5 and then 142.1. All right, and on to the level itself. So this is the Depths of Delirium. This is the scenario that has the sixth and final piece of the Coral Crown that we need to be able to unite the crown. And we unlocked it after we played that the Haunted Vault level, the one that had all those pressure plates. All right. The scenario is complete when all altars in it are destroyed. At the end of that round, read 8.2. The carved relief in the glowing tomb has been at the back of your mind since you first saw it, and now, standing in front of you once again, you understand why. You move closer, raising a hand to feel its intricacies, but a familiar sensation comes over you. The shard. It thrums once, twice. Then, as if moved by an invisible hand, the relief spins and moves, and the door begins to open. The heavy metal gears grind through the rust as the door slides slowly, grudgingly, into the wall. You move into the next chamber and put away your torch. The green light has become so strong you can navigate by its glow alone, though now that glow appears to be pulsing, rising and falling in a steady rhythm. The chamber is a dank, mildewy expanse of cracked stone and crumbling mortar. Several splotches of greenish ooze seep through the stonework walls, accumulating into large, thick puddles. You move carefully into the chamber, but a sudden wave of gravity tilts you to the side, and you stumble. Sudden flashes of light and shadow appear, faces from long ago. Your own memories and nightmares, things you've locked away, literally leap out from your mind and materialize in the room before you. Were you a newly minted adventurer? This deranged magic might unnerve you. Instead, you concentrate. The green light is pulsing, faster than ever, and the puddles of ooze have begun to creep over the floor. You raise your arms in front of your face and squint. It's difficult to see clearly through the gloom, but squinting through the shifting shadows, you catch a glimpse of what lurks behind them. A great eye crowns a tall knot of fleshy black tendrils, and you understand now that this path was taken in error. You have not entered a simple catacomb. You have entered the lair of terrors from the deep. We've got a whole bunch of doors that when they are opened, you read things. I don't know why doors 4 and 5 are listed on that. That doesn't really make too much sense, but it's actually probably better that way rather than putting them on D, because once you're in tile 12D, you don't want to have to flip back to that page to see which one you go to 2C and 2I, so that makes sense. All right, special rules for this one are a doozy, and this is a 6-room scenario, so it's very large. Whenever any character suffers damage from a deep terror attack, they must move one card from their hand or discard pile to their own separate pile of taken cards. In addition, whenever any door is opened, all characters must move one card from their hand or discard pile to their taken pile. Taken cards cannot be interacted with in any way. Each altar in the scenario has 6 + 2, so 8 hit points. They are enemies to you and allies to all monsters. Whenever an altar is destroyed, the destroying character may return all their taken cards to their hand. So we know there are 5 doors, so a minimum of 5 cards will be taken. A card also gets taken anytime a deep terror attacks you. So things like retaliate from the shackles aren't going to be very effective into the deep terrors, even though they normally would be, because it means cards will be taken. However, cards being taken isn't the worst thing in the world, because they can go from your discard pile to the taken pile. And so as long as you don't get stuck in a situation where you have no cards left and all of your cards are in the taken pile, because if that happens, then you will be exhausted. As long as you are in a position where you can destroy an altar to get taken cards back, it can actually work as a kind of a stamina potion for you. But it's a very delicate balance between not being able to have any cards taken anymore. Also, one really nice thing about the way this is worded, if I remember correctly, it's whenever you suffer damage from a Deep Terror attack. It is not whenever they attack you. So when they do their summon card, which is like the worst thing they can possibly do to you in this scenario since you get more Deep Terrors, the summon card is just when they attack you, they make a summon next to you. They're 9 to 6 speed. But with this special effect, it is only when you suffer damage. So if you have to lose a card to not suffer damage, then you don't have to have a card get taken. If you can block it with armor, or if they miss, you don't have to have a card get taken. With that said, I think I'm basically ready to go. Let's look at our challenges, then grab some battle goals, and we will be ready. Whenever any enemy dies, one character closest to it suffers 2 damage. No. No. That sounds awful. All enemies add jump to all their move abilities. That doesn't seem that bad to me. Deep Terrors never move, and those are like the things that are like really scariest in this scenario. Living Bones having jump could ordinarily be bad, because like this guy could jump here to get multi-target. But this is such a spread out scenario. My characters aren't going to be grouped up that I don't really care about Living Bones moving and having jump. And then Oozes, them having jump isn't going to help them. Like, they always attack with range when they attack. So this seems like a completely innocuous challenge for me for this scenario. I don't have like a pyro or a trap who's wanting things to step on things. And so we're ready to go. This is definitely going to be a Call to the Abyss level. Start with Call to the Abyss and Fleeting Dusk. Makes a lot of sense to me. I can put a shadow right here, and then next turn, yeah, it'll be fine. Shackles is going to start with Scarred Effigy and Reprisal. Get a whole bunch of Retaliate, because we've got these three skeletons right here, so I've been positioned in such a way that they will all be hitting Shackles. And then on Infuser, I decided to put my characters like this so that once these guys move up, Infuser can move here and use her new level 2 card. But am I doing that on turn 1 or turn 2 becomes the question. If I'm doing that on turn 2, no, I think I want to do it on turn 1 because I want this Boon of the Tempest, which needs wind. And Remote Impact, my brand new level 2 card, gives me wind. So I will do the Remote Impact, I guess, with Torrential Cleave. And this way I get Leaf and Wind, and then I can set my Boon of the Tempest on turn 2, which is just a really good card for this scenario. Then Deathwalker is going to be focusing on getting shadows to the back to hit the Deep Terrors so that I can kill them before any of my characters move up and get into range. And I don't know what I'm doing with the Oozes. I'm hoping the Oozes don't summon. And that's the entire plan there. Got a hard-hitting card out of Bones. That's annoying. No movement out of Oozes. And only 3 range on the attack, which is beautiful. So he's not going to be able to reach. So we will just go with Shackles. Move right here. And then now these guys... Now I have Retaliate 3. And then Heal for 2. And now I have Retaliate 6. Then Oozes go, and they're not in range. And so then Living Bones. Let's go Shackles and then Infuser. I'm probably not going to shield on Infuser. Shackles first takes 3. And this guy takes 6. And then into Infuser. We'll take 4, I believe. I think that'll be fine. This guy will go here to hit 2 targets, so Shackles and then Deathwalker. Shackles takes 5. No, that's 6. Which is quite a lot. But he takes 6 back. Deathwalker takes 4. And then this guy can only hit Oh, okay, he has 3 move. With the jump, he would be able to get back here if he had enough move. So this was actually a really good card for me because he just has 1, 2, and then not enough to get back there. So attack for 3, or 4. It was 3 move. It misses, and he takes 6. Then the Deep Terrors go, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're not in range to hit my characters, so that's fine. Deathwalker is going to make a Shadow and set Call to the Abyss. And Infuser is going to move and set Leaf. And then Remote Impact. So let's do attack for 2 and set the Leaf, or the Wind. Do I want to push any of these guys becomes the question. I don't really see any reason to, but I don't really see any reason not to. Does it set anything up well for the next turn? I mean, I guess if I push this guy, then I can move 2, and I could hit all of them with Slashing Cyclone. But I want to be doing... Maybe if I get one of my dark modifiers, I could do Caress of the Night instead of Boon of the Tempest. But I'm probably just doing Boon of the Tempest, which means I'm like moving here and attacking for 3. And my bottom's going to need to be movement. My bottom could be the heal on Emerald Edge, and I could use my boots to move. But I think, yeah, let's go ahead and do the attack. So we'll just go left to right, attacks for 2. Okay, we get dark. So it's 1 damage, 2 damage, 1 damage. 1, 2, and 1. And then we're not going to push anybody. And that finishes Infuser. So I could Caress of the Night. I could Boon of the Tempest top with Caress of the Night bottom and use my boots to move up. Get 2 attacks out. We can end the round. We don't need anything special to happen in any way. Let's see. Deathwalker, I think this is a very important turn for Deathwalker because she really wants to get 2 shadows. Really, really wants to get 2 shadows out. So how am I going to do that? I need to hit something at range, and I need to hit this guy for 3, and I need to kill him without having to move a shadow. So to hit something at range and mark it, and to kill this guy, I guess we can just do Black Barrage for the ranged attack, but moving shadows is probably a little bit more important. It'll be very important to save the bottom of Black Barrage. So we'll go for Hunger Grasps, I think, with Night Takes Shape. So I want someone else to go faster and get this guy low so that Deathwalker can kill him. She can do attack for 4 with advantage. So I just need a little tiny bit of damage into him. How can I deal a little tiny bit of damage? I could Infection Purge for 1 damage. It's not a lot, but it meets the requirement. I could Pleasure and Pain, but I don't think I really want to poison my guys here, especially with these oozes. Unending Torment bottom seems like it makes the most sense. So if I do Unending Torment bottom, I could do Infection Purge top and make him suffer 2. I think I like that. Make 2 of them suffer 2, and I get the heal for 5, and I suffer 2, which wouldn't be too bad. And then on Infuser, I don't really care what speed I go at, so I probably want to go faster than their 20, faster than their heal. Faster than their move and attack and heal. So we'll just go at 14 and Boon of the Tempest. Move up here, hit this guy. I think that this is a pretty solid turn. I did take big damage on turn 1, so I might need to Forest Imp here. Terrible growth, but that's okay because there's no line of sight. Oh, crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is line of sight onto this hex, but not this one. Yeah, I believe the straight line through this hits this wall corner. So they can't see the middle, but they can see the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can't move up here with Infuser, or this elite will make a new shadow. Which I think this is going to be okay. So Infuser is going to use the boots in that case to move here and then attack for 3 by setting this Boon of the Tempest. So wind and any other element. And then attack for 3. It'll deal 2. And then with her bottom, she'll just move back. And then I'm pretty sure that there's no line of sight to this central hex for Shackles. Deathwalker is faster than Shackles. What an idiot. What an idiot. So we'll have to boots on Shackles to go faster than Deathwalker. And so now Shackles is going to heal himself for 5 with the bottom of Unending Torment, which will give wind. Oh, I should have looked into Circle of Elementing for Infuser. Like, I could have turned it into Leaf to get Emerald Edge for the next turn, or I don't know what I would have wanted to do, but probably something. We've got big damage coming out of oozes this turn. This could be a problem. I think I'll probably Shell Armor. But first, let's go ahead and Infection Purge. So I'm suffering from 1 negative condition, so I suffer 2. And then I make 2 enemies within range 3 suffer 2. So let's do that. And then, does that finish Shackles? That finishes Shackles, so let's go ahead and Shell Armor. I'll save the Amulet of Life to remove a poison, I believe. But the ward will help, hopefully. Now it's Deathwalker. So first she's going to do the bottom of Night Takes Shape. Skip the first 2 abilities, just do the attack 3. So it'll be an attack 4 because of my heavy sword, and it's strengthened. And I'm marking the target. And we get a +2 dark. And it will kill. And unfortunately, we didn't need to use any of the stuff that we did, but that's okay. And now we get Shadow out. And now we have Hunger Grasps. So both shadows can attack for 3. So this one here, this one here. It does 2 damage. I should have targeted this guy first. I'm an idiot. Okay, it does 2 damage, and I can mark this guy. Do I want to switch the mark to the other one? This is why I should have done it in the opposite order. And now I'm going to eat an attack for 3 that I really didn't want to eat. But it just is what it is. I have a disadvantaged attack coming into this guy. A 0 will kill. Let's go ahead and switch the mark. Okay, we do get the 0, so we do get the kill. But if I had just done it in the opposite order, then I would have had this guy marked, and I would have gotten another shadow on the next turn. So this guy's first. He'll hit Shackles and then Infuser, both for 3. Shackles takes 3, so at least the ward paid off. And Infuser would take 4. So let's go ahead and block. Let's block all 4. But then now I'm not looking forward to this. This guy's just going to move 2, and he's not going to reach. This guy's going to move 1, and then he'll reach Shackles. So attack for 4. And I take 4. Oh, also I should be muddled. And now I'm poisoned. Which is quite a bit of damage. The Terrible Growth goes off, but they don't have any line of sight, and so we are good there. Okay, when we've dealt with the skeletons at least. Black Barrage doesn't quite get shadows into position. Maybe I want to go ahead and do a Dominate here. I can Black Barrage to move my shadows out and Dominate to prevent the ooze from attacking. Shackles is going to need to heal up. I can do Reversal of Fate bottom with Pleasure and Pain top. And then I can remove the poison with Amulet of Life and give a heal to Infuser. I think that makes a lot of sense. The only thing is that I need to kill this skeleton. How am I dealing, like, guaranteed 1 damage to him? I could set my Caress of the Night, and then if I could attack him with the bottom, I could wound him. But this is my only bottom attack, so that wouldn't work. Oh, but when I set Caress of the Night, I get to perform an attack for 3, so that would work. I could just go really fast and do that. I would love to save Crystalline Aegis to go into an ooze. I would need to go really slow to do that. So maybe I'll go at 20. This ties all Living Bones attack cards, and I'll Caress of the Night, which means I'll get a Strength and Attack 3, which will guaranteed kill him. And then I have 2 infusions up, so maybe I would be able to go slow and move like 1, 2, 3. If this guy moves up, then I would be able to brittle both of them, and then those oozes can take some big damage from me. Shackles is going to heal up as best it can, and then Deathwalker wants to move all shadows, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This one can go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, so maybe I just dominate a Deep Terror and give it a wound. I don't have the Heavy Sword or Eagle Eyes anymore, but I can at least give it a wound. Which means I would want that to go into the normal Deep Terror, I think. And I'm cool with this. Move this 3, attack for Dominate into the normal Deep Terror and give it a wound and let it die. And then I can Lashing Tendrils. If I have 2 shadows right here and I move them 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I can Fluid Knight. And then I'll still have a shadow there that I can maybe Stamina Potion back Fluid Knight or something with to hit. I'm liking this. I never pulled battle goals. Let's see. 13 XP, never drop below half health, apply a negative condition to somebody who has one. We'll go for 13 XP. That shouldn't be too difficult to do on Deathwalker. Never play your lower initiative, no. Kill an enemy with 2 negative conditions, kill the first monster to die. I don't think I did that, did I? Deathwalker did. So let's kill something with 2 negative conditions, hopefully. And then on Shackles, kill an undamaged monster with a single action. Never do a loss. Okay. So it's just not going to happen. Got it. That's okay. So Infuser is first, and she's going to infuse. So I eat the Dark and the Wind to set Caress of the Night. So I add Wound and Muddle to all my attacks. First, I will strengthen myself on my turn, and then I will do an attack for 3. And it will kill. And then now I have move 3. No attacks coming out of the oozes, and also it's straight line coming out of the Deep Terrors. So I can actually move 3 here, and I'm perfectly safe. I take no damage. And I have 1 extra move because of the boon of the Tempest. So with my bottom, I will just move 3. And I'm very happy there. The only problem is that on Shackle's turn, I am healing an adjacent ally. So I guess instead I'll go to this loot. Oh no, not a piece of loot. Now it's Shackles. So let's Amulet of Life to remove this poison. And then let's Pleasure and Pain. That almost feels wrong to say. To heal both Infusers and Shackles. And set Reversal of Fate. Now Deathwalker goes. So move Shadow 3. Move Shadow 3. Move Shadow 3. Deathwalker is going to Jagged Sword and Fluid Knight the guy in the corner. Oh no, it's Dominate. So Dominate, attack for 6. Please don't miss. Nice. So 6 plus 1 does 7. And it will wound. And then we can leave the mark on this guy. And then next turn he will die. So we'll just go at Lashing Tendril speed and hope they're faster than that. They're decently likely to be. I think it's like, it might even be 7 out of 8 that they're faster than 80. I know they have a 96. I'm not sure if they have anything else slower than 80. I have my boots and I could underspeed them. This guy is going to move here. This guy's going to move here. Unfortunately, the moving one more would have been really nice. Oh, the Deep Terrors go. This guy just suffers from the wound, but with their straight line attack, this guy doesn't have line of sight because it goes through the wall. So even though he can see Infuser, he can't reach it. Yeah, when I originally looked at it, I was looking at this hex, but there's no line of sight. So it's fine. I'm pretty sure that that's true. If not, I could just go here, but I'm pretty sure that that is correct. And then there's no dark, so they don't eat the dark to heal up, and we're just new turn. So I'll go Lashing Tendril speed, move these over, and Fluid Knight this guy, I guess. Actually, you know what? Rather than Fluid Knight, let's start with Deepening Despair. Because I can do it into this ooze. So we'll go at 80 speed, Deepening Despair to attack this ooze, and then move the shadows onto the Deep Terror, and then I can Fluid Knight the Deep Terror from there. That way I will have... Oh, okay, so I would love to go fast on Infuser to get Dark for the Lashing Tendrils to deal more damage. So maybe even I don't Lashing Tendrils this turn, but I need that initiative. That's why I want Lashing Tendrils, so that I can get a shadow out from here. Alright, that's fine. Can I go fast and get Dark on Infuser? I could attack for 3 with Wound. I'm strengthened, so there's like no downside to doing this, I think. I can get the Dark. Do I want to get any element with my bottom? The only one I could would be Leaf. And then Leaf doesn't really help me too much with anything. I think I just attack for 3 this turn while I'm strengthened. Then next turn I can brittle both of these guys. And I'll move up because this Deep Terror will be dead. And Deathwalker will maybe have killed this one in the back. Probably not, but possibly. So we just need to go... like 25 initiative would be fine. This is a move 5 bottom, attack for 4 top. So maybe we do Bounty of the Earth. And now Shackles. Shackles would love to be the one who takes damage if these guys are hitting, but also doesn't really, never mind, doesn't really want to take damage. I do have the thing to make them suffer the damage they deal back to me, but Infuser does have 2 shield to tank with for right now. I could just Blood Ritual. Deals a little bit of damage, and I guess if the elite focuses on me, then I could Chain by Spite with the bottom. We'll just have to see what cards are coming out from monsters, because I would love to get some Retaliate in, but I don't need to be a super glutton for punishment. Split. Okay. Infuser first, and we've got range 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't move up here, because then I would be in range. But that's okay. We will just do a strengthened attack for 3 that sets Dark. And we'll set Wind as well. So it'll deal 2 damage, and it will wound. And then bottom, we're doing nothing, because we can't set the infusion. We don't want to move any closer, because then we would get hit, so no point in doing that. And that will be it for Infuser. Deep Terrors will go. This guy will die and give us his shadow back. Actually, I think I want it here. I'm going to want a shadow over this direction to Deepening Despair to get Shackles out of this room and into this one. So I need a shadow over in that direction. Then Shackles goes... So I guess I move in. I guess I Blood Ritual and move in. So let's increase the damage of Blood Ritual. We'll have to suffer 2, but that's okay. Attack for 5. Let's go after the elite. Or... no, let's go after the normal, because since they're splitting, damage into the normal will be more effective here. So attack for 5 into the normal. Damn. So it does 2 damage and double curses. This is one of the worst times to draw the double curse. But it is what it is, I guess. Then we move 2 and we set fire. Move 3, but I don't necessarily want to be further in, so right here is fine. Yeah, we can back up an Agony of Others or something. It's acceptable. Oh, okay. The really nice part about moving in here is that the elite can't split. So he just suffers 1, suffers 2, can't split. This guy suffers 2, and then we get a new ooze. Oh, Deathwalker's turn. Deathwalker's turn is before them. So this guy hasn't split yet. So he starts the turn. He was at 11 health, right? Yeah, because I did 2 damage to him with Shackles. So first, let's Deepening Despair. So attack for 4 onto him. Oh, baby. 4 crits for 8 with the shield. He takes 7. Then I move my shadows. And this guy takes 3. Move this shadow 1, 2, 3. This shadow 1, 2, 3. I set the dark. Oh, wait, did Infuser set dark? Yeah, Infuser set dark. So this guy takes 5. And then Deathwalker consumed the dark with Lashing Tendrils, but she'll set it again with Deepening Despair. Now this guy goes. He suffers 2. And then when he summons, the guy he brings in is only 2 health. So, not bad at all. Not bad at all. 8 health is still more on that guy than I would like to see. And I don't know how I'm going to deal with that, because Fluid Knight should never kill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, I wish I had saved my bow on Shackles, because if Shackles just shot this guy one time, that would really help. Will Fluid Knight with Wave of Anguish. I guess I'll Stamina Potion back Fluid Knight. I'm not exactly sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could move over there with Rising Momentum on Astral. If I go at 25, that'll be after Deathwalker. So I guess we'll do that. Do I have... I don't have Leaf for Emerald Edge. I'm not going to boon of the... I'm not going to Radiant boon it. That doesn't sound worth it. We'll just go... We'll just go. It'll be fine. We'll run over there and we'll hit. We'll make it happen. Shackles... Ooh, this is tough, because I do not want to eat attacks from all of these oozes. Line of Transference is an attack for 4. Maybe I need... We'll just have to see how much damage Deathwalker does. It'll be Deathwalker, Infuser, then Shackles. Terrible Growth, so I need this thing dead, but attack 5 is coming out of oozes. But it's only range 2, so if I get out of range, then they can't hit me. Beautiful. BUT full. So we will just... Deathwalker will consume this shadow to attack for 5 into the guy. Big damage. Nice. Okay. It does 7. And now Infuser goes before Shackles. Shackles is barely not in range to hit with either attack, Line of Transference, or Agony of Others. So what we will do is have Infuser go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With this is move 3 plus 1 for a pair, so it's move 4, 5 with jump, which seems just crazy that that's just a thing. We can also sustain wind, which might be helpful, and then we can't do Emerald Edge, but we can do a default attack for 2. We also have Caress of the Night, so worst case scenario, he would die to the wound, but he does straight up die. He was the last guy that Deathwalker targeted, so I have a shadow out of it. then none of these guys are... Oh. Deathwalker has move 2, but she doesn't really want to move any closer. But it is move 2, move all shadows 2. No, the shadow wouldn't exist yet, because Infuser spawned the shadow by killing the guy. So we'll just leave those 3 shadows there. Shackles is going to back up here, just move 2, and then attack with Line of Transference. So attack for 4, I guess, into the Elite. Oh, beautiful. Crits for 8, so he takes 7. Okay, this first room went very well. If these guys split next turn, then both of the normals die, which would be beautiful. If the Elite attacks... Okay, I think I have to or health potion Shackles. Because I'm just too low. I could even Forest Imp. But maybe I don't need to do that. But also, is there going to be a better time? I'm going to be poisoned on Shackles, so it's going to be hard for me to heal up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and Forest Imp. So I heal 1, heal 3, and heal 3. And then now we can end the turn and pick up the loot. And I've totally forgotten about this jump thing, but it's been completely insignificant. I'm almost entirely certain. But yep, everybody is ready to long rest here. Just show me split. That is not good. So the Elite suffers. Equal distance from Shackles and Deathwalker, so we'll hit Shackles, I believe. Attack 4. I'm okay with it critting. Dang it. Why every time? Shackles suffers 2, so he'll suffer 2 in return, and then Shackles gets a poison. And Reversal of Fate comes down. And then, yeah, equal distance from Infuser and from Shackles. So I guess I could pick. I could have this guy. Yeah, let's spread it out. Let's have 6 hit Shackles, because that's required. But 7 will hit Infuser. So 6 into Shackles. It does 4. And the other guy into Infuser. It does 5. Which is a lot. Oh, wait. Infuser has 2 shield left. Then Deathwalker heals and can move a shadow. Let's go ahead and move it. Maybe I'll move this one. And then I can Hunger Grasps these 2 and get up to 5 shadows, most likely. Maybe I'll move it here, and I'll Hunger Grasps. And then I just need to deal 2 damage to this guy. Deathwalker's card. Yeah, she gets all of these back, which is very lovely. Nobody has opened any doors, and we didn't get attacked by the Deep Terrors at all. So we didn't have to lose anything. I think Fleeting Dusk is the card to lose. I don't think there's ever going to be a time where there's enough grouped up that I want to play the loss, and I'm at 5 shadows already, basically. Let's see. Infuser is next, so she'll heal 2 and remove her poison. She'll use her helmet to turn the dark into I don't know yet, and then get it back at the end of the turn. What is she gonna want? Am I having her go into her room already? Probably not. I would like to heal up some, but I also don't have any heals aside from Crystalline Aegis, but I want to play that as I open the door. Huh. I could set an element to go for my Bounty of the Earth bottom infusion to get the strengthen. I don't really love that, I don't think. Okay. I don't know what element I need. I don't think I need any. I don't think I really get anything out of any. So let's do... What could I sustain? I could or wind to wind. Or I could just do any with the circlet. Let's just make it dark. Deathwalker has a chance to set dark. Let's make it leaf. Then a card to lose. I think I'll do Unstoppable Impulse. And I'm decently happy there. Shackles removes the poison. Gets all of these back. Should have time to... I probably want Pleasure and Pain to heal up a little bit more. Maybe I don't need Blood Ritual, but it's good for attacking the objectives. I think I don't need Reprisal. Retaliate 4. It's good into Living Bones. Like, do I want to be opening this door, move 1, 2, with Reprisal and the bottom of Scarred Effigy? The problem with that is I am not retaliating onto the living, or the Deep Terror, which is like the thing that I really, really want dead. I would need to do Chain by Spite for the move 3 retaliate 2, and I can do that. So I think that is how I'll open the door, is move 3, because I can get Retaliate 6 out of it if I have the wind. Retaliate 6, and then with the Reversal of Fate, it's an Elite Deep Terror, which is 13 health. So as long as it hits me hard enough, then Reversal of Fate and Reprisal, Retaliate 6. I would need to take 6, but it could die. That would be really, really good. It probably won't die, but then I can maybe just kill it on the next turn. And I like that. I think we can drop Blood Ritual, although it wouldn't be horrible to play it here to hit the ooze. Anything that I really don't need. I need literally every card. So I guess we'll drop Blood Ritual. Because otherwise I just don't know what I'm dropping. I want all of these. And we're new turn. So Deathwalker is the easiest by far. She's just going to Hunger Grasps. And then I guess move Shadows. Because I'll have like 2 new Shadows over here. Deathwalker needs to be moving towards this room. So do I want to go ahead and teleport? If I teleport, I have to lose a Shadow. That's unfortunate. Oh, but I could just teleport here and kill this guy. And then get the Shadow right back. So that's not even that unfortunate. And then I can open the door with, like, Dominate or something. On Shackles... So Deathwalker is maybe killing everybody. Probably not the 6 health ooze. So maybe I just attack with, like, Agony of Others. And I can... I want to open the door with Chain by Spite, Reversal of Fate. Have Infection Purge. So let's just go with Reversal of Fate and Agony of Others. And then... Am I opening this door on Infuser? Not yet, because I want 1 card in the discard to go into my Lost Pile thing. So let's heal with Emerald Edge, which will give us Leaf. And then we won't really care about any other element. Because I'm going to open the door with Rising Momentum. That'll give me a move 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll brittle 2 targets. I'll take 1 hit from a Deep Terror, which is fine because I'll have a card in the discard that I can move to my taken pile. Then I'm going to... Okay, so when I move in and Crystalline Aegis... So I need Wind set so that I can sustain Wind with my bottom. So can I set Wind with the top here? No. So that's okay. So that's how I'll use my boon. Because then with Leaf Wind... Or Leaf Dark, if there is Dark, on the following turn. Oh, I want Wind because Wind can be sustained with Rising Momentum. But it doesn't really matter. I could just Mana Potion to get out my Infusion. So I'll move in, Brittle 2 targets, mana potion to get my elements for Bounty of the Earth, Bounty of the Earth bottom, which will give me strengthen, it'll give me an attack 3, and then I move with my boots, and I remote impact, and I kill the Deep Terror, and I get to hit the altar for a little bit. And then there's just 1 living bones for me to deal with, but I've got all my armor, and I will have healed up to 8 health before going in. Infuser is totally set. Her plan is in motion and will work really well. Deathwalker, okay, but Infuser still needs to play a second card for this turn. So just not Bounty of the Earth, not Rising Momentum, not Crystalline Aegis, not Remote Impact. So it could be Torrential Cleave, Onyx Shards, or Slashing Cyclone. We'll save this to underspeed the Living Bones, which probably means Onyx Shards, I think, is the second card I'm playing here. All right. Shackles. So Shackles is going to Agony of Others into the normal. It's just going to be an attack for 2. I think I'll make it an attack for 3 with my bow. And it'll deal 2 damage, which hopefully is enough. I think it will be. And then I'll set Reversal of Fate with my bottom. Then Deathwalker. Do I want to Eagle Eyes here? Not really. Let's just Hunger Grasps. This shadow here with a mark kills. This shadow here with a mark. Or maybe... Oh, I didn't have a shadow in range to hit this guy. Yeah, so I... Oh, wait, no. I did this shadow here. This can hit this guy. Yeah, let's target this guy with a mark. So a 0 will kill again. Beautiful. And then we get a shadow, and then we'll just teleport to it and attack for 3. I think we might as well Heavy Sword, because then with a 0 he dies to wound. And we get the 0. So he takes 3 damage, he gets marked, and then it's his turn next, and he dies to wound, and I get my 5th shadow. And Deathwalker is just the easiest class in the game. I don't know what else to say. She's finally come together for me. It only took getting up to level 8. But we're in there. Finally, Infuser will just heal herself for 2. Set Leaf with it because there's only 1 target, and then can't Onyx Shards anybody, but that's fine. Oh. And now it's go time. So Infuser is going to Crystalline Aegis with Rising Momentum. Shackles just wants to heal up, so maybe just move 4, heal 5 self. Deathwalker needs to get this door opened, wants to move shadows in and Wave of Anguish the oozes that are here before they can split, I think. Makes the most sense. So move 4, but then move 3 on the shadows won't be enough. So do I go ahead and... I could Wave of Anguish right now to move my shadows closer. No, okay. I think I Lashing Tendrils. I slow play for a turn, and I Lashing Tendrils. I can get 2 shadows by the door. Then I can move closer, and then I can Wave of Anguish bottom to open the door and move shadows in for 2, and I Stamina Potion back, Wave of Anguish, and then I Black Barrage Wave of Anguish. So I'm playing like 3 useless tops in a row, and then I'm Stamina Pushing back Wave of Anguish to move my shadows in the rest of the way. And I just have to hope that on the 1 turn that I open the door, oozes don't split before I kill them on the following. Engage. Does everybody have a card in their discard? Yes. Everybody has a card in their discard that they will be able to recover. So, Infuser first. Move with Rising Momentum, move 4. Turn wind to wind, but there is no wind. We open a door. Oh, dang it, I forgot to... You have to, like, click the thing in Xhaven first before you click on opening the door. Which one was that? That's door number 195.1. Can I hit it still? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't... Let's just hit all of these to load all of the altars. Because they're all messed up. Are there 9? I didn't think there were that many. It's fine. We'll just figure it out. We know they have 8 health, right? So So we have move 4. Everybody needs to have a card taken to their lost pile. So right there. Right there. Let's see. Hunger Grasp or Night Takes Shape. Maybe I want Night Takes Shape back more than Hunger Grasps. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Don't think it matters. But maybe I want Hunger Grasp. It's hard. Okay. I did cards on everybody. So now we move 1, 2, 3, 4. What are they doing? Oh, double attack out of Deep Terror. Maybe that's good. I don't know. So I brittle both with Crystalline Aegis. And that finishes Infuser. She is going to get Leaf and any element. That's fine. I don't even need to do that. I could just Circlet of Elements the Leaf, because Shackles could set fire this turn. It's fine. I'll use my Mana Potion. I don't think it matters. It's like so much easier to have the elements than I thought it would be. But it's probably just because of the characters I'm playing, right? Because I've got a decent amount of... I've got a ton of Dark Generation with Deathwalker. So, like, Deathwalker and Infuser, I think, are a really, really good pair. I'm very sad that Deathwalker is about to die. About to retire. Oh, well. I think Deathwalker is just moving 2 shadows for 3. So let's do that. I'm going to leave this shadow over here. Maybe I want it like this. And I'll move the shadow over that direction later. So I moved this shadow and this shadow. And then nothing with my top. Yeah, nothing. I'm definitely not getting that 13 XP. I don't know why I thought I was. Then Shackles. Move for 4, heal for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I want the loot. I'll get that one. It'll be fine. Living Bones, attack for 3. It misses. Deep Terror, attack for 2 with Disarm. Are you kidding me? Oh. Attack for 2 with Disarm. We are not impaired yet. So we can Kite Shield. We can Kite Shield to take... to ignore the Disarm, because... when you suffer damage from an attack, gain shield 1 for the attack and prevent any negative condition. So we are not disarmed. Frickin' Deep Terror tried to ruin my life. And I take 1 damage to it, which means that a card gets taken. Then he attacks me for 3 at disadvantage with Impair. And the Impair also ruins my life. So I'll have to change my plan. I will have to change my plan, because I was planning to Bounty of the Earth bottom and then use my boots to go here and remote impact and hit these 2. But I won't be able to do that anymore. But that's okay. Better to not be disarmed, right? Way better to not be disarmed. So then he'll attack me for 3 at disadvantage. And I would take 2, so I will block it. Now I don't have to have a card taken because I took no damage. And then now I get impaired on Infuser. Who is texting me? It's my tabletop friend. I had sent him an Infuser idea last night, and he was just responding to me. Okay. And that finishes Deep Terror. If anyone's... we were just discussing the cards that I'm taking on level 11. And he was saying that it would be so ridiculous to have the move 3 top, because the move 3 top with the Boon of the Tempest to make it a move 4 jump, and then the bottom of, like... the wind to wind card, Rising Momentum, move 5 jump, and you can be moving like 10 plus super easily, and then even more with the Duelist shoes. Anyway, that finishes that, and we're a new turn. The Impair is annoying, but I don't think it's going to affect that much. What it does mean is that Remote Impact can't hit anything. I could hit the altar with it, but I'm never killing with my attack for 3, so I guess I just go for Slashing Cyclone here. Yeah. I have no movement, which is really annoying, so I can't move next to this altar. Because I would love to, if I'm slashing cycloning, I would love to hit the altar over hitting this Living Bones with just a tiny attack for 2. So maybe I'm best off just doing a default attack for 2. Which means I'll Bounty of the Earth and Torrential Cleave, I think. It's just really unfortunate because I'm not going to be breaking this altar. Not on this rest cycle. I don't think there's any way. Unless I could have Torrential Cleave for next turn and it crits. So I would need Wind Leaf. But I could do those with Circlet of the Element and Radiant Boon. But I would need an element to convert during my turn. And that can't happen because I didn't set the fire last turn. So it won't happen. Unless the element that I convert is Slashing Cyclone. So we'll see how much damage I do to see if I need the wind. And then this gives me the wind for Torrential Cleave already, so I can just Radiant Boon the leaf. I guess. Oh, what am I doing? I mean, the other 2 classes don't really matter because they're just doing their own stuff, right? So I think here, Pleasure and Pain makes sense in just getting up here. And then I'm opening with Chained by Spite and Reprisal. So we'll just play Scarred Effigy and Pleasure and Pain. And Deathwalker is going to just move up to the door with just 2 nothings. So let's do Infuser. First, I Bounty of the Earth. So I do Leaf and Dark. And then I can do them in any order. So first I will Strengthen. Then I will attack for 3 into the Deep Terror. We'll take the +1. We'll take the +1 for sure. It does 4. Which brittles for 8. I take 3 Retaliate. Now, I did the Strength and I did the attack. Now I will do the Heal 3. Now, I can do the Wind on Slashing Cyclone. So it'll just be attack for 1 into both. So into the Deep Terror. Are you freaking kidding me? That is so bad. I take 3 Retaliate. And then into the Living Bones. Attack for 1. Crits for 2. Shield reduces it to 1. And this makes him take 2. It's so annoying. They both get wounded and muddled. So I didn't even need to attack this Deep Terror because he was dying. So I could have just default attacked the skeleton, but I wanted the wind. That's so annoying that I had to take that 3 Retaliate. At least my Impair is gone, so now I will be able to shield 3 on the skeleton's attack. And so I shouldn't die, because he's muddled. He would have to like crit +2, +1, +1 as the next 4 cards. And I doubt that'll happen. And he is next, so he'll suffer. Muddled, okay. Wow. There's the +1/+2 that we talked about, so we will shield that. Muddled, so it would be the +1, so I would take 1 damage. And now we need to see a minus. I'm no longer impaired. Okay, we get a curse. Beautiful. Beautiful. This guy dies to the wound, which doesn't really get us anything. Dang it. Infuser's really low now, though. And I can't... I have to go slow this next turn. Oh! This turned into a disaster. Like, it very quickly turned into such a disaster. I guess I torrential cleave him, but I have, like, no cards left. Because I have these 2 cards in the taken pile, and I've got 3 infusions, and I rested once. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill this Living Bones. Focus Stabs was a really bad card to see here. I need to get my taken cards back. I am strengthened, so maybe I just go for Torrential Cleave into the altar. But if he goes faster than me and kills me, I have to lose 2 cards from here. This is really bad. This is really bad. Do I rest? I could rest, and I guess I could ward myself with Crystalline Aegis, and that would be faster than all of his attacks. And it would be something. I also have attack 4 from Rising Momentum. Or I could Rising Momentum bottom to sustain the Leaf, and could I set Leaf with a top? No. Could set Leaf with a bottom and Wind, but then if I'm playing these 2 cards, okay. Let's just hope he doesn't kill me. I think it's fine. I think Infuser has done everything she needed to do in this scenario already anyway. And so then it doesn't matter too much. Dominate with Wave of Anguish. Chain by Spite with Reprisal. Please. Please take it easy on me. That is definitely taking it easy on me. I guess I just hope that I crit. I don't know what else I can do. Oh, here's something I can do that's nice. It's very interesting. So I could Torrential Cleave bottom. I was planning on doing the top with my Radiant Boon, but I could instead Torrential Cleave bottom to immobilize this guy, and then next turn I can long rest without any fears. But I don't need to long rest. Yeah. So we're doing the Radiant Boon to get the Leaf so that I can Torrential Cleave. And then I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm just going to move over and attack for 4 with Strengthen and hope I crit. No, I did not. So the altar takes 5 and gets pushed. And we'll just have to be okay with that. Now I'll just short rest on the next turn and hopefully break it. And I use both these elements. Deathwalker at 29. I did Wave of Anguish, right? So I move All Shadows 2. Now, because I opened this door, everyone needs to have a card taken. So Pleasure and Pain. Yeah, I think that's the card I want in this next room the least. Infuser. Slashing Cyclone. The speed is nice, but Crystalline Aegis' speed is good too. And I need the attack from Rising Momentum. And Deathwalker will drop probably Hunger Grasps. Maybe Lashing Tendrils, I don't know. That's fine. So it was move 1, 2. We're going to get hit by oozes, but that's okay. Move 2. Move 2. like this. Shadows don't really make it in. But it's alright. I did infuse her way out of turn, but it wouldn't have made much of a difference because she was over here, right? It would make a difference when it comes to... So neither of these cards can be taken when Shackles opens its door. Okay. Well, Shackles opens its door. Oh, and Deathwalker, Stamina Potions back. Wave of Anguish. So Shackles moves 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I was thinking that this thing was right here. So I'm not going to get all of the Retaliate onto it that I wanted. This is bad. This is bad. Move 3, Retaliate 2, range 2. Reprisal is just Retaliate 3. So I've got Retaliate 5 in melee, and I've got Retaliate 2 at range 2. This guy's not even attacking, though. Ugh. I'm going to take an attack 5 curse. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. We get these guys. So move in so that they'll be in range. And attack for 3 into Deathwalker. She takes 6. But I can't really afford to lose a card right now. And attack for 4. She gets missed. That's something at least. That's the oozes. They set Leaf. Then the Deep Terror, attack for 5. It does 5. So he takes 5. Shackles gets a card taken. Oh my gosh. He's not going to be able to do this. He gets a card taken, which I guess will be Line of Transference. And he gets cursed. And then the Terror will take 2 more Retaliate. So 5 and then... So 7. Okay, so it's down to 6. I could give myself negative conditions and Infection Purge. Ooh, this is really bad. This is quite bad. I guess if I short rest and retaliate, I can kill him, right? If I short rest, I can retaliate and kill him with Scarred Effigy. And that's probably best. That finishes everybody, and we're new turn. So, very few cards here. Chained by Spite, I don't want to lose, but I think it's not the worst thing in the world, because I don't have the stamina to play losses. Scarred Effigy, Reprisal. I think that's good. Deathwalker is definitely Black Barrage, Wave of Anguish, and then Infuser is just going to have to be Short Rest. Can I lose Crystalline Aegis? There's no way for me to hit both of these in the same turn, is there? I need to get my thing back from the altar. I don't want to lose Crystalline Aegis. Oh, wait. This needs to be in there. Okay. And so I'll go Crystalline Aegis, Rising Momentum. Rising Momentum does the most damage. I break this thing with a -1. And then I can just regenerate and ward myself and hope not to die. Okay, we've got attack for 3 coming in. Hopefully it will miss and I won't lose my regenerate on Infuser. She is first, so she will attack for 4 and turn Leaf to Leaf. Yeah, my attacks don't do anything beneficial. So, are you kidding me? I don't break the altar, which I think means that I lose. I can't... Nope, there's no way for me to escape this guy. I could Boots to move here, and then I could move 1, 2, 3. But I need to break an altar, otherwise I'm never getting any cards back. Freaking tragic. Okay. I mean, he just has to miss, or he has to... A 0, I survive because of the ward. So he just has to pull a 0. Shackles is going to move 2, retaliate 3, heal 2, retaliate 3. So I've got retaliate 6, so I will kill the Deep Terror. The only problem is I need to kill some of these altars. Because I'm going to get another card taken unless he misses. So I just need everybody to get missed. There's no reason to not go ahead and just shell armor right now, I think. Because I'm just doing retaliate, not retaliate based off the damage that I deal. And then the question is, how am I damaging these altars? And there is not a good answer. There really is not a good one. I guess just default attack 2s until I destroy one of them. Like an infection purge. I don't want to give myself negative conditions yet, because that's how I was planning on breaking the final room, is giving myself 4 negative conditions, infection purging with agony, agony of others up. Which means that I won't need Reversal of Fate, so maybe I play the Reversal of Fate loss to destroy like this. I would get an attack for 6 with my item, and then just an infection purge could break it. I think that'll probably be best. Deathwalker's next. Move all shadows for 3. I think I want it like this. And then I don't see any reason to not just power potion here. I think just a major would be enough. I'll turn all of them into attack 5s. If I get 3 attack 5s here, 2 here, maybe it's not enough. Yeah, let's make them all attack 6s with strengthen. And we'll go ahead and bless it, I guess. So, 1, 2 into this elite ooze. And let's wound him. So 2 attacks for 6. Okay. We deal 11 with the first one and a wound. And then the second one, 6, it'll deal 6. And it will curse. So that curse is very helpful. I can definitely use it on this turn, hopefully, with some of my other characters. Let's see, he's going to suffer from the wound, and then he's going to suffer 2 from the split. And so he would have 1 health and be wounded, and then there would be 1 health ooze. 2 attacks into this ooze, and then we have the final shadow to decide what to do with. Okay, so he takes 6. So we need to see a +2 for him to die. The other +1 curse is nice. Oh, actually, he'll die to the splitting, right? So I don't need to worry about him. So if I can get a 1 health ooze here, or I can hit the altar. Probably best to hit the altar, because if I pull a +2, the altar gets destroyed. And I would love that. I would love that for me. Beautiful. Altar gets destroyed. And then we also set dark. And that means that Deathwalker gets to recover Hunger Grasps and Night Takes Shape into her hand, which is very nice. I guess I just move a shadow and I attack a Deep Terror and I attack the ooze that spawns. And I'll be very happy. We get this elite attacking Shackles. So it's attack for 4. 5. Shackles takes 2. This guy takes 6 retaliate. Then over here, we want to see a miss. Did I do Infuser's turn yet? Yeah, and she missed. So this guy comes here. We want to see a miss. That is not a miss. But it is a 0, which means the ward reduces the damage by 2, and I only take 1, and I survive. And then I can short rest, and I can attack the altar for 4 again. And I don't have a -2 in my deck. So it should be okay. But then Infuser will just be dead. Deep Terrors aren't in range over here, so this one is going to attack for 5 with poison. And it will deal 5. And then take 6 in retaliate. Shackles gets poisoned, and Shackles gets a card taken. And there are no cards here. So I guess Infection Purge gets taken. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm going to have to play this loss, and I'm going to need it to destroy. Because then after that, I'm just going to have 1 turn of an attack too. I guess I can Reprisal. And then if I draw a 0, the skeleton could give me the kill with the Reprisal damage. Whew. This is very, very tight already, super early into the scenario. Maybe I rushed too much by opening all 3 doors at once. But I don't know. I don't know how else you do it if you're not kind of rushing this scenario. Then this guy suffers. And he spawns a 1 health guy. And we're new turn. So, let's... Dang it. I only have 1 health, so I can't lose a different card. Here, is there anything for me to do other than Reversal of Fate? I don't think so. Yeah, because I would just short rest and then lose one of these 2 cards, which I don't want to do. I just need a Reversal of Fate, and I need a +2. Dang it, I used the bow in the beginning of the rest cycle. So I need to crit. Oh. That's awful. That's so awful. Dude, yeah, I mean, the fact that I have 4 cards taken is just like, what am I supposed to do about that? I need Deathwalker to, like, come over and soften up one of these altars for him. I guess I should have had Shackles and Infuser go together. I don't know. I do not know. Okay. Split out of the uses, so I don't have to do anything with them. Slow card out of Living Bones, so Infuser first. She needs to move so that she can remote impact. I guess I'll use my Duelist Shoes to go to here, because I have to be adjacent to an enemy. It'd be nice if I could go here and just hit them both, but I have to go here to be adjacent to an enemy. Attack for 3 with remote impact. Thank you. Thank you. I destroy the altar, and then I can regenerate ward myself. And I get these cards recovered. Probably not going to end up mattering at all. Oh, this guy needed to take 1 retaliate last turn from hitting me. And he'll take a retaliate this turn, but if he doesn't miss, then I die. But at least the altar is dead. So at least Infuser got that done. I can move a Shadow for 3. Do I need to start moving Shadow over towards Shackles to help? Maybe I do. So if that's the case, then first let's go ahead and Hunger Grasp. So this Shadow here, this Shadow here. I don't get the curse. And so when I marked this guy, then I can remove this Shadow to place 1 here. And when I mark this guy, I can remove this Shadow to place 1 here. And then I can move a Shadow for 3, and I don't have to teleport to it. And then this way it's getting close to Infuser so the Deathwalker can help. This next turn, Infuser can long rest, Deathwalker can move a Shadow and get an altar low so that I hopefully can just melee attack it or something. I don't know. Shackles is next. Oh, well, he was before Deathwalker, but they were all before the monsters. Doesn't really matter. Amulet of Life to remove this poison. Reversal of Fate to heal myself for 5. Add an extra Bless into the deck. And then attack for 5 into this altar. Freaking kidding me. If I had saved my item, I would have pulled a +2. Oh, that's so sad. And then I would have gotten these 4 cards back on this rest cycle. But instead, or if I were just one difficulty lower, this thing would be dead. Wow. That is such a huge... Damn. Damn. Okay. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's basically just worth one lost card. Honestly, I think I'm still in fantastic shape. Actually, I think that I'm like almost in unlosable shape. Now that Infuser was able to destroy hers, Shackles got this low enough that an Infection Purge kills it, which is really good because it means that I get my cards. Do I have Infection Purge? No, I don't. Okay. Reprisal Bottom kills it. Reprisal Bottom kills it, guaranteed every time. I'm going to have to lose Unending Torment, Scarred Effigy, or Reprisal, though. One of those 3 cards to my rest. But I can long rest, and I don't really mind this guy hitting me. Deep Terrors do nothing. Skeletons. So the Elite Skeleton, I don't have any Retaliate or anything, so it's just attack for 5. And I just take 5. And then the normal skeleton, I really would love to see a miss. One of those curses I added. Game? So Infuser loses a card. Yeah, I wasn't going to have the elements for Emerald Edge this next turn anyway. So I guess I'll just be... Yeah. I only have Wind next turn. So I could back off and go for Remote Impact. No, never mind. That's not the right thing. Whatever. We'll lose Emerald Edge, I think. It is a heal 2 bottom, which would be nice, but he does take 1 Retaliate. I mean, I'll just be hitting him this next turn, and he'll get wounded. And then hopefully he doesn't heal it off while he runs over to Deathwalker. Deathwalker just needs to take out these, whatever they're called, and then set Shackles up to be able to teleport from one shadow to the next. And I think we're in a winnable position. Ooh, that's really nice. So Infuser heals 1 from the Regenerate. Just do a default attack for 2 into this guy. It will deal no damage, but he gets wounded. Guy number 4 gets wounded. And then I will just back off. I guess I might as well start running this way. I can move 3, even, because of my infusion. This guy will just suffer from his wound and do nothing. This guy will attack for 6 into Shackles. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the Deep Terrors are not in range of Deathwalker. So just attack for 6 into Shackles. He takes 5. He heals 2 and gets to pick his card. Deathwalker will also heal 2. Shackles. I guess we drop Unending Torment? No, we drop Scarred Effigy. For sure. And then we go Unending Torment Reprisal on this turn. And the only thing is if the Living Bones doesn't attack me, then I have to... Okay, so there is a lose condition. If the Living Bones does not attack me, then I can't do Reprisal Bottom to kill the altar on top. So then I would walk over and attack the altar, and if I draw a miss, then Shackles is boned. Shackles is done for. It won't be able to destroy an altar and get back the 4 cards in its taken pile. Deathwalker has played some losses. Oh, she still has tons of cards, though, because she got taken cards back when she played Wave of Anguish. So she's in good shape. Maybe I Dark Fog. Yeah, let's lose Dark Fog. I think I really like Lashing Tendrils here, so maybe just Lashing Tendrils and giving a... Oh, I don't heal 2 because I was poisoned. But Lashing Tendrils with, like, a Fluid Knight, consume the shadow, get this guy ticking down on a wound. I get the shadows over there, which is where I want one of them. Oh, on my long rest, I get to move a shadow. Let's move this one for 3. And then here, we're going to go dominate with Lashing Tendrils. Yeah, I split my characters up too much. If Deathwalker had gone into this room to help Shackles, I had too much confidence in Shackles. I'm long resting this turn on an Infuser. No attack coming out of the skeleton. Which this was my lose condition, so this guy does this again. So Shackles moves here and has to not miss this attack. Anything except for miss, and we're good. Yeah, I don't have any way to damage myself on this turn. Because you can short rest and lose a different card to take 1 damage, but that wouldn't happen until the cards have already come down from the end of the round stuff. Deadly Mixture, I can't wound myself on this turn. If I had Deadly Mixtured on the previous turn, if I had Deadly Mixtured on my... No, because then I wouldn't have had Reprisal up. Let's just not miss. I was terrified. I was genuinely terrified that I was going to miss that attack. Okay. This thing goes down, which means that Shackles gets to recover these cards. Which was so much more tense than it needed to be. Thank you, game. This is such a hard scenario. And I've got so much of it left, too. And I had to play my, like, best cards for fighting... Not my best cards, but I had to play one of my best cards for fighting this skeleton right there just to destroy my altar thing. Deathwalker, move Shadow 3, make this guy suffer 3, then consume Shadow, attack him for 6 with a wound. Nice. 7. And he is marked and wounded. Now these guys do nothing, so this guy suffers from the wound. So just 2 more turns, and he is dead. Infuser heals 1 and then heals 2 on the long rest. Gets all of her items back. Probably Slashing Cyclone. I think at this point, all she's really going to do is just try to kill this guy. Maybe she could run over and help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She could run over and help Shackles. I don't want this guy to come up and body Deathwalker, though, so I think, yeah, I'll just have her run over and, like, remote impact. And that'll be fine. Deathwalker, I guess I just move Shadows and Hunger Grasps. I don't see anything else to do. Shackles. I don't have negative conditions for Infection Purge. I don't want to use them right now. Maybe I need to go ahead and Agony of Others this guy. I can Line of Transference with Pleasure and Pain. That's pretty good. I've got the Wind. Yeah, that's definitely my best play. Definitely my best play. I just long rested, so I got this back and I got these back, so I'm feeling possibly okay. Okay, Infuser first, move 2, and then attack with Remote Impact, so just attack 3. And it crits. 3 crits for 6, so he takes 5. Dude, the baby is sleeping so hard. I want to pull her up to show. I mean, she's just so cute. And Infuser has soloed her room. Shackles is going to move to poison itself, then make all enemies suffer 1. And then attack with Line of Transference. So it's attack for 4, 5 with the bow, and so it's attack for 5, and I'll give him my poison. Nice. So he takes 5. He gets poisoned. And he gets cursed. Beautiful. Very, very, very nice chain of events there for me. I think this next turn I just Infection Purge and Agony of Others, and that should be enough to guarantee the scenario. Maybe not. No. Let's not say the word guarantee. I get to move all shadows for 3. And then Hunger Grasps. So first this shadow here at disadvantage. Actually, I can move this shadow, right? And right here's good. So just regular. Kills. Which will get me a new shadow. And then just this shadow attacks for 3. 4. A curse. These +1 curses, man, just keep getting drawn. And now this guy is marked. The elite will come here and attack for 4. Oh, there was no reason not to shell armor on my turn. And I take 2. And then over here, this guy will come here and attack for 3. Man, and draw 2 of my curses. Deep Terror, not in range to do anything. Deathwalker is so good in this scenario. Infection Purge, Agony of Others. Hopefully this will be enough to kill. Probably not. But I've still got... Okay, I'll be at 5 cards after this rest. That's not bad. Deathwalker... Oh, she still has Deepening Despair or Fluid Night. I think we'll Fluid Night. I guess I need to teleport over there, don't I? But let's Fluid Night over Deepening Despair. Just because, if I teleport over there, I can move this shadow and teleport to it and do my attack for 3. And if I miss the attack for 3, then I still want to be able to kill. And if I do Deepening Despair, then I wouldn't be able to kill. There's no reason to not just short rest and go as fast as possible here. And then just kill this guy. So I will brittle him. And then I will play this loss to make 2 obstacles right here and make him suffer 4. And then now I can't pick up the loot. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Deathwalker will attack for 5 with Fluid Night. And it kills. And then teleport to the new shadow. Oh, and remove it, right? He sent me a text that requires a very large amount of thought. He's trying to discuss Void Warden items in Frosthaven. And I have not even put a split second's consideration into that. Honestly, I really do not know Void Warden very well. Probably the Jaws class I know the least. Maybe that's Redguard. I don't know. Alright, we get an attack for 3 here. Which I don't love. I'm suffering a lot of damage. Taking a lot of damage. Especially with this Infection Purge. I guess that's only 1. Do I want to set Agony of Others already, or... Where is my... Oh, Reversal of Fate. I played the Loss, but I needed it. Ugh. Okay, I think I'm going to attack for 2. Well, no, he attacks me for 3 first, right? And I take 3. So I can attack him for 2. And I can set Agony of Others, or I could choose not to. First, let's do just a default attack for 2. Default attack for 2, 3 because of the poison, but then -2 and shield means he takes no damage. And now I feel like I have to set Agony of Others. And I heal 1. Damn. And then if I short rest, I need to keep Infection Purge. I want to keep Line of Transference. Line of Transference and Infection Purge, is that all I need to win this scenario? That and more health. So I want to drop Reprisal. So I think I want a long rest. Ooh, getting very tough again. I guess I long rest Deathwalker. I can move the shadow closer to him. Infuser is dead. Man, how is Shackles destroying this altar? Maybe Shackles isn't even destroying the altar. Do I just Deepening Despair and get Shackles out of there? And then I leave this shadow here and Deathwalker can teleport to it and do it last? Should I have had Deathwalker teleport in here on that turn? That's what I should have done. Maybe I can do that still? When do I take care of this altar? When do I take care of it? How do I take care of it? I'm going down a card on Deathwalker here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going down to just 6 cards total on Deathwalker. There are 2 altars in here I need to destroy. How am I destroying them? Because I have no shadows. I didn't even consider this. This is a problem. I needed to not consume that shadow that I consumed this turn. What I needed to do was teleport over here and hit this Living Bones. And then I would still have 2 shadows over this way. When I kill the Living Bones, I would get a new shadow, and then we would have Deepening Despaired. Deathwalker could have come over this direction. Shackles could have come over this direction. I would have 2 shadows, but I don't have any move shadows. So I guess I dominate to open the door and run far away, and then I lose one of my cards. And then I move my shadows in. But just moving my shadows in and Hunger Grasping with Eagle Eyes means I just need to short rest and then Eagle Eyes again. Okay. So Deathwalker is not that big of an issue. The big issue is that there's only 1 shadow over here and not 2. And so I need Fleeting Dusk. Oh, I screwed up so badly. I screwed up so badly by consuming 2 shadows in that turn. I have Frenzy Potion. What if I move 4 in and I attack an altar with an attack for 2, and then I attack it with a Frenzy Potion with a Heavy Sword with an Eagle Eyes? That could break 1. And then I've got 1 shadow left, and the 1 shadow left can go for, like, Hunger Grasps or something. I think what I'm learning here is that I still have time to send Deathwalker over here right now, because I get the shadow back. I would rather take care of this quickly Um, I would love to open the door and then teleport over here. Could I do that? Dominate on this turn, open the door, run further away. Maybe even Black Barrage and tag something over where I am, but they're never going to die, so that wouldn't really matter for anything. But dominate, open the door, run away. Maybe I could shoot an altar or something with an attack for attack at 5 range. Then the next turn I go fast and I Night Takes Shape to teleport over to here and hit the skeleton. Then when I Deepening Despair, Shackles goes this way, Deathwalker comes back over here. Deathwalker needs to come back over here, question mark? Because I could just move the shadow that's over here under the Deep Terror, dominate it, and Jagged Sword it, and it would die, and that would give me another shadow over here. Is there any universe that I just run into the room? If there's only one Deep Terror here, I'm at 9 health. If there's one Deep Terror, one skeleton, which I think is what's in the room, is there a universe in which I run in and I melee the Deep Terror twice? If he's 9 health, he's 9 health, 3 retaliate. I'd go down to 6, and then if the skeleton ever draws his hit one target with all attacks, I'm boned. But as long as they don't do it, I have a skeleton. Okay. I'm long rest Deathwalker here. There will be a Living Bones here on the map for me to see what card they get next turn. I can run in with Dominate, move 4, do just a default attack 2 with any of my cards. Then I do a Heavy Sword, Frenzy Potion, Jagged Sworded attack for 5 with Strengthen into the normal Deep Terror, which will mark him and leave a shadow on him. Then the next turn, I teleport over here. We can take out this altar. That will get Deathwalker back her card that is discarded from the door. Then we Deepening Despair. Deathwalker comes back in through here. I've got 2 shadows, and I can Hunger Grasps the same altar 2 times in the same turn. And then Shackles will Deepening Despair to come in through here. He gets set up so that all he has to do is walk into the room, pop his Deadly Mixture and Infection Purge. And he deals 5 damage to both altars, 5 damage to himself, which will proc the Agony of Others, which will break one of the altars. Then he just needs to get attacked, and as long as on the attack he suffers 3 or more damage, then he will break both altars in a single turn. And we're in there. I get screwed over if Shackles does not take enough damage. Let me silence this. If Shackles doesn't take enough damage, then I'll be in trouble. If Deathwalker eats the hit 1 target with all attacks from the Living Bones, I'll be in trouble. Either way, I think no matter what, I'm long resting both characters right here. Oh no. Oh no. Can we get a +2? Can we get a +2? He's attacking 3 times. If he doesn't +2, I lose. After all of that. Okay. And +2. I take 3. He takes 3 from Agony of Others. Okay. This is not okay, because now he's going to proc the other Agony of Others. Do I have a card to lose? I don't have a card to lose, so I would lose 2 from my discard, and then I would only have 1 turn left. Alright. So I go down to 1 health, but this guy's dead now. So that wasn't the absolute worst case in the world scenario. The problem is, now I don't know how I destroy both altars on Shackles, because I only have 1 Agony of Others proc. Infection Purge will straight up destroy one of them, but I need to move in with Line of Transference to have enough movement. I don't know. I do not know what I do. At least with his target 1 with all attacks, I didn't die. And I have quite a few turns left on Deathwalker. And I have 2 shadows over there, but I only need 1. I really wish I only had 1 over there. I think Lashing Tendrils goes. And so now... do I Deepening Despair? I could open the door with Deepening Despair, but I can also stall out on Shackles. I think it makes the most sense to open the door with Dominate and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next turn I can just move the Shadow in and attack with Hunger Grasps. At least I have a way to attack from the Shadow without consuming it. And then once it's time, I just teleport in and I Frenzy Potion, and I just hope to destroy both. So I guess we'll just Black Barrage with Dominate. That seems like it makes sense to me. Over here... oh, I need to destroy this thing. I cannot forget to destroy this thing. Do I want to muddle myself to get +2 damage? I probably do. The muddle is almost always worth 2 damage. So I guess I'll heal up and set the wind. Deathwalker moves 1. And then I've got 2, 3, 4 left. Only 3 range out of the Deep Terror, so I don't need to go too far away. Focus stabbed from this guy, and he's moving 4. And I move 1, 2, 3. And he moves 1, 2, 3, 4. And he reaches the Deathwalker. There's simply nothing I can do about that. And so I need him to not kill her. He needs +1 and a 0 to do so. How many curses do they have? 3. Crap. Also, I opened the door. Oh, no. Oh, I discarded this card before I opened the door, because I was never going to be able to attack with it. Oh, is there dark? Is there supposed to be dark? Because I could attack him with it. I don't feel like there's supposed to be dark, because I long rested last turn. So he's not in range. I could still attack him and hope to pull a rolling disarm or a rolling muddle. But then I would have to lose one of my other cards, so no. That'll get taken. I forgot about the cards getting taken. It's very bad. It's very bad. How did they get focus stabs 2 turns in a row? Oh, I never, like, ended the turn. That's why the dark is still there. That's why the dark is still there. Okay. So, let's just... that's not the card that they have this round. Let's bring these down and end the turn. I just didn't hit end turn last time. Okay, that's much better. That's much better. Because he definitely couldn't have had focus stabs 2 turns in a row. And so now he's just going to move 2, and he's not going to reach me, which is what I needed to see. But I'm so screwed on Shackles because of losing this card. So Shackles needed to boots of speed to go faster than Deathwalker, so that he could take his turn first, so that he didn't have to have a card captured from his hand, so that he could have Pleasure and Pain captured, because he's already taken his turn. So he heals 3 from the Pleasure and Pain, and he heals 5, and sets Wind. I don't know how I destroy this altar, but I need to destroy it this turn. I need to get a +2 at Muddle to destroy the altar. I don't like those odds, which means that I think I might be losing. This guy moves 2. Deathwalker. Oh, Deathwalker can Hunger Grasps and hit this altar. So I want her to go faster. So Hunger Grasps Night takes shape. And then I need her to survive. Are you freaking kidding me? How? 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 So, I could teleport Deathwalker away. I don't need this shadow. I feel like I have to do that. I do need this shadow, so I will teleport Deathwalker away. And then I have Hunger Grasps. So attack for 3 here, attack for 3 here. Okay. So 4 damage and 3 damage. Unfortunately, there was no way. I wanted to move the shadow in 1, 2, 3 and then hit one of the altars with Hunger Grasps, but I had to teleport away, otherwise this guy was going to dominate me. Shackles will consume the wind, attack for 5 with disadvantage. Okay. So he destroys his altar, and then can move here with the bottom, right? Yeah, move there with the bottom. He gets to recover this card, but it doesn't actually help him, because he'll still have to long rest. And then, does he just go next turn? So I think I need to be standing here, because I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then he can just go next turn. And so Deathwalker's final turn, she's going to have to move this shadow in and hit with Hunger Grasps. I wonder if I have enough time to get a shadow on this guy and get a shadow out of him. No, because I would have to wound him in order to get it. Very tense. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think... I kind of feel like I might as well just go right now. The problem is... I really don't want this guy to get up to Deathwalker, but even if he does, he probably doesn't kill her right now. Probably. I can't do Fluid Night because losing any shadows would be bad. Deepening Despair doesn't do anything for the top right now, which makes me want to just play the bottom. If I play the bottom, I could go 1, 2, 3, so I wouldn't even be able to teleport through the shadow because Shackles is standing on it. I could go 1, 2, 3 over here. Once I move this shadow in, I need to attack an altar to destroy it. And 2 attacks for 3 could do it with 2 +1s. from Hunger Grasps. But that's going to take a long time. I'm a little too tired for this right now. So I have 5 cards. If I play Deepening Despair for the loss right now, I go down to 4 cards. I rest, I go down to 3 cards. With 3 cards, I only have 2 Hunger Grasps, which is mathematically not enough to win the scenario. That will not work. Which I think means that I just lose. I needed to tank the attacks from this guy and move this shadow in and hit last turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think right now I long rest. That will allow me to move the shadow. I drop Dominate. I go in with Night Takes Shape. Yeah, I move the shadow in 3. 1, 2, 3. I attack with Hunger Grasps. And then I move the shadow in, I teleport in, I attack for 3, and I attack with my Frenzy Potion, and I have to crit? I don't know. I think I'm long resting both here. So this guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and he attacks for 3. Lose Unending Torment. I lose Dominate. I probably am just going to need this Deep Terror to miss attacks onto me. I don't really know what else I can do. Oh, I long rested, so I move the shadow for 3. And so I just Hunger Grasps and... Oh, I have to Deepening Despair on this turn. I don't actually have a choice. So I will Deepening Despair and I guess Hunger Grasps. Because I don't know what else to do. And then here, I Line of Transference, Infection Purge. I guess I don't have to Deepening Despair. I do have one more turn on Shackles that I could Pleasure and Pain if it would be mathematically better for me to do something different to not Deepening Despair. But if I'm not Deepening Despair, the only thing I'm doing is Night Takes Shape with Hunger Grasps. And that might be better because then I can attack for 5 out of a shadow when I teleport through to it. So I just need to not die to the skeleton this turn, which I think is relatively likely. So... But I don't need to move the shadow. Wait, so what is the difference in playing Night Takes Shape versus Deepening Despair right here? So first I would attack with Hunger Grasps, and I would get an attack for 3 into one of the altars. Then I would Deepening Despair, and I could teleport in and attack for 3 into the same altar. And then I have Frenzy Potion, which may or may not, at that point, even be necessary to destroy the thing. Then the next turn, I Deepening Despair because I have to for Shackles, but one of these cards has to get lost. One of these cards gets taken by the attack. So this card would be recovered into my hand. I would have these 3 cards: Deepening Despair, Fluid Knight, Black Barrage. Okay, I think I see the play. I see the play. And we just hope that it works. Wait. No, I went crazy for a second. I was thinking that I target the Deep Terror because I can get a shadow out of him. But if I do target the Deep Terror, I would have to use my Frenzy Potion to guaranteed kill him, and then I would get a shadow out of him, yes, but I would lose the Frenzy Potion, which I think is going to be required damage output for me to kill. But if he's dead, then I don't have to worry about cards being taken. So I guess I do. If I teleport in, I attack him for 3. I Frenzy Potion. So I just need to not miss my attack for 3, is what it comes down to. Okay, I think that's the play. Nothing out of the skeleton is nice. There's no way for me to not get targeted by this guy. I could go here, but then I don't get the attack out, which is bad. So Deathwalker will first Hunger Grasps, attack for 3. I guess I'll attack for 3 right here. No, I'm not going to do this attack. Attack for 3 here. It does 6. That is lovely. Then... I'm so stupid! I'm so stupid. I could have gone... At night takes shape speed, and then the Deep Terror never would have been able to hit me. And then I wouldn't have to Frenzy Potion it. But since I didn't, now I have to Frenzy Potion. I can't believe it. I can't believe I did that. I move the shadow here, and I teleport to it. And I attack for 3 into the Deep Terror with Wound. And I mark him. And he takes 4. And now everything except a miss from the Frenzy Potion kills, which makes me want to not... It makes me want to not strengthen it. But also, is there any point in doing that? Because if I do draw the miss, then I lose. But it's a 1 in 14. I'm not strengthening it, which is going to be really stupid when I draw the miss. Okay. He dies, which gets me a shadow, which I think I want right here for Hungry Grasps. And now I don't have to worry about... Oh, I need to take 3 Retaliate, but that's fine. Now I do not have to worry about him taking any cards from me. Next turn, I Deepening Despair with Fluid Knight, so I do need the shadow right here, and I'll strengthen the Fluid Knight into the altar, and then I can just move to... Okay. Then I can just move here, attack for 2 into one of them, and... How am I doing the other attack for 2? I don't have the Frenzy Potion. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. Okay. It's feeling possible now. Shackles, I don't know what cards he played. Just does nothing. Doesn't have anything worth doing. Skeleton is chilling there. Shackles will short rest. Oh. Okay, I wanted to play these 2 cards. Where did my card go? I wanted to play these 2 cards last turn because these are the 2 cards that I have to play this turn to win. So I'll just take 1 damage on the short rest, assuming that I lost the wrong card. And I play these 2. And then I play these 2. Hasty Assault, I'll let the Living Bones go first. So first, Deathwalker will do Deepening Despair. So shadows are all adjacent to each other for the rest of this turn. Then Fluid Knight, attack for 5, strengthen it into this with Heavy Sword. So +2 would kill? No. But this thing only has 1 health remaining. But I don't have a shadow here anymore. But that's fine, right? Because I've got 3 cards. So I'll long rest, and then I can Eagle Eyes, and then I can Eagle Eyes again. Which means that I'm going to be 1 altar short in the end. This guy moves 5. I don't know who's closer. I think Deathwalker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Shackles goes 1, 2, and Deathwalker gets a card captured. And Deathwalker gets a card captured, and she is dead. Because I just have 2 cards in here, and I don't have any way to destroy an altar on her turn. But she wouldn't be if she had destroyed this altar instead on this turn. Which she could have done without consuming the shadow. She would just do a default attack 2 with Strengthen, and then she'd still have a shadow here. And then she gets 1 card back. And then she can... I can't attack the thing twice, though, in a single turn, so I'll have to crit with Fluid Knight on the final turn. But that is my best chance. Which means that Black Barrage is the card that I want to lose. It would come into my hand, but I'll put it there. Yeah, it comes into my hand when I destroy her altar, and then I put it back. Because my turn... I'm going to Long Rest and lose the Night Takes Shape, and then I'll Hunger Grasps to bless myself, and then I will have to crit this with an attack for 6. Crit or +2 this with an attack for 6 out of my shadow. Which, the odds are not great. And then, so Shackles goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Shackles has to... have a card get captured, but these are his final 2 cards. He doesn't have any more turns. Oh, so I did need to go on the turn before because I needed to get 1 more turn out. We give ourselves 4 negative conditions. Where is he? And then we suffer 5. We suffer 2. Oh, wait, no. I can't just suffer 2. I have to suffer the 5. My Agony of Others goes off. And so I can make one of these suffer 10. Which will then recover... I don't have any cards in the pile. And make the other one suffer 5. But I have no way of dealing that final damage. Except for Hunger Grasps? But Deathwalker only has 1 more turn, right? Yeah. So it's very close in the end. A 6th card... But if Deathwalker destroys her thing, she can get another shadow out. She gets a card back and she gets another turn. There's still a chance, actually. There's still a chance. This guy will attack for 2. This guy will attack for 2. These guys will attack for 3. And Shackles dies. New turn. We Long Rest Deathwalker. She needs this guy to not reach her, which he doesn't. They all just stand still. Then the card that she loses is Night Takes Shape. So I can no longer do Hunger Grasps for the bottom for the Bless. I have to just Fluid Knight. I can move 2. This guy's moving 3. He's not going to reach, but let's just move into the corner. Consume this and Fluid Knight. It has to kill. If Fluid Knight... Oh, I just Long Rested, so I got all these back. So Fluid Knight is attack for 6 with Eagle Eyes. It has to +2 or crit. Is there actually a way that I'm going to win this? Did I heal for 2? I'm going to assume I didn't heal for 2. This thing gets destroyed because my attack for 6 does 12, which will then get me Black Barrage back. This guy will move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then now, all I do is Hunger Grasps. So, do I long rest to get Eagle Eyes back? I've got the Shadow there to attack it. I really had to fudge the ending of this a lot, but this is a freaking hard scenario. So, if I long rest and he gets focus stabs and he draws 2 zeros. No, he would need 2 plus 1s. If I long rest and he draws focus stabs and he draws 2 plus 1s. Then he can kill me. If I do not, I'm going to long rest. I'm long resting. It's not focus stabs. He can't kill me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I believe I cannot lose the scenario. Yes, I can. I can, in fact, lose the scenario still. Let's see. On the long rest, I can move the Shadow onto here, and then I could Fluid Knight. Is there any difference in me Fluid Knighting it versus Hunger Grasping it? I don't think so. The only thing I need is for the skeleton that is on me right now to not kill me on this turn. And neither card helps with that. If I could have both of these cards, that would help. If I could lose Black Barrage instead. But I cannot do that because that is in my hand. And so... Oh, I cannot do that, and then proceeds to do that. And so, unfortunately, there's no way for me to like attack with Black Barrage and set Fluid Knight's bottom. Attack for 3 never kills with a crit. Even a crit doesn't kill. Which means that I just move the Shadow here, and I attack with Strengthen. I just long rested. And I blow it up. And I get the other crit. Not even close. This guy moves 2. This guy moves 2. This guy hits me for 3. And it does 4. And I have an entire 3 health left at the end of one of the absolute hardest scenarios in the game. I fudged a little bit, like I switched the order of my characters, but I mean, I had the boots to do so. I just didn't think about it ahead of time. And at one point in time, I switched the card that got taken. So the victory feels a little bit hollow because of that. But also, it's a freaking hard level. So it doesn't feel that hollow. Oh. There was definitely a lot of maneuvering to be done at the end, and a lot of times when I thought there was not a win condition. It would have been much simpler. Oh, yeah. The turn that I attacked this thing, and then realized after that I needed to destroy this because Shackles was opening the door. If I had just thought that through ahead of time, then I would say that this was a relatively flawless victory. But to like go back and like at least it wasn't enemy attack modifiers or something that made me change my plan. It wasn't my attack modifiers that made me change my plan. It was just the fact that I forgot about Deathwalker having to lose a card when Shackles opened the door. I forgot about her having to get a card taken. And if I had thought about that ahead of time, I would have destroyed this thing so that I could get the card back, because I was playing the loss on that turn. So you start the turn with 5 cards in hand and then are going to exhaust without having to lose a card to damage, because you lose one and then you'll have to rest, and then you have 2 cards in the taken pile. And it's just... It seems counterintuitive to attack the low one with your... when you have a big attack 5 ready with Strengthen and the Heavy Sword to make it attack 6, but Anyway, we are calling it a victory for sure. So that is another challenge done, which puts Deathwalker at 11 out of 12. We will go hit complete. This gives us all 6 pieces of the Coral Crown. Where is it? The monsters are dead, but you keep hacking at them until some sense of reason returns. It takes a good while. When you finish, you look around and find the chamber has been reduced to scattered bones and splashes of ooze. Should I have... It doesn't matter. I'm just wondering if I should have kept the teleport and attack for 3 bottom. And if I could have used that to destroy Shackle's final altar. I don't know. When you finish, you look around to find the chamber has been reduced to scattered bones and splashes of ooze. Your boot prints mark the chaotic dance of luminescent green, and the tendrilled beasts, whether or not they were the source of your waking nightmares, are rendered into a slushy heap. The room, now wholly empty of life, sits vacant and cold, except for a small stone box at its center. You kneel and open it, hoping that whatever the treasure is stored within this long-forgotten place has been worth it. And sure enough... Also, just in case anybody was furious at me for not picking up that chest next to Deathwalker, it has Bane in it. So I could have picked it up on the final turn and then and then finished with 3 health and baned. I have no idea where I was. It's a slim piece of pink coral. You pocket the piece of the crown and then march back to where you started, hoping the dead will stay that way. 10 XP and a checkmark each. Don't need 10 XP. Oh, what did I do? A checkmark and 10 XP. Almost levels. That's crazy. That would have just been 1 level at level 2. Nice. We get a battle goal here. I don't think I did Executioner. Did I kill the skeleton? I don't think I got Bully. And I definitely didn't get Workhorse. I know it was only 10 XP. I noted that to myself. I just didn't say anything. Leveled up on Shackles. Leveled up on Deathwalker. I don't know which level 9 I'm going to take on Deathwalker. Because I've had so many shadows out. So I could maybe take the top move, Consume Shadows attack. And we need to read 36.7. I have no memory of what this is. Oh, okay. I think when you translate this correctly, it unlocks a class. I'm not certain, and I know that like the key for it is like not what's written here, which is really dumb. But okay. So I guess I have that class unlocked now too. Which I have played a little bit before, and I was not a fan of. I did not understand how to make it work. Did not understand how to make that class work at all. At least I'm pretty sure that it is the, that unlocks drill. Pretty sure. Whew. Are we done here? I think we're done there. Let's pass a week. Get 142-1. Tome of Life. The library is crowded, as it always is. Etika has created a love of learning in the populace. Teenagers have made the library a gathering place, and several men and women have taken a particular liking to the company of the attractive resident librarian. She shoos the assembled crowd out as you arrive with the tome you found in hand. Sorry, y'all. Business to take care of. We'll need to resume our book discussions later today. Several teens shoot you dirty looks as they make their way towards the door. Etika politely waits for them to shuffle out, then locks the door behind them with surprising speed. She turns to you, clasping her hands with excitement onto a moss-bound tome. You found it! She flips through with a speed unbefitting a volume in such worn condition, finally stopping on a page that appears undecipherable as the rest. Yes, it's here. The most incredible spell. I just need test subjects. She looks downright giddy. It's blood magic. I can't wait to try it. She absent-mindedly brushes the dust off her skirt while scanning her fingers down the page. I'll need 2 volunteers. One of you will get stronger, and the other weaker. Conservation of vitality and all. If you offer 2 party members for the experiment, select 2 party members and read Thing Now. If you ask Etika to join the spell as a subject as well, select 1 party member and read 81.4. Nah, I'll do 2. Select 2 party members, so not Deathwalker. 162. Etika instructs the 2 volunteers to stand within the runes she traces onto the floor in salt. She whispers something that sounds garbled, and you can feel your vitality pooling at your torso like a dull pain. She crosses her fingers, and you feel something snap while your insides retch. For the next scenario, select a number less than either selected character's... For the next scenario, select a number less than either selected character's maximum health value. One character begins the scenario suffering that amount of damage, and the other character begins with their maximum hit point value raised by the same amount. Gain Tome of Life. Do not resolve an outpost event this week. Okay. That's very interesting. So, I mean, I could just start with Infuser missing 3 health, and with Shackles having 3 plus maximum health for the entire scenario. I could start with... it doesn't matter. The next level I'm playing is really easy. Oh my goodness. I can't do it. I can't do it. Gain Tome of Life. What item number? 218. I've looked at the tomes before, but I do not remember what any of them do. During your turn, remove all conditions from all figures, then grant all figures heal to self. I feel like this is pretty good on Shackles. I feel like it's pretty good on Shackles. It's also worth 50 gold. So maybe 50 gold is better. I mean, is this bow any good? It just sucks that it's 2-handed. I feel like I would rather have this Tome of Life and like a shield. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. And then we don't do an outpost event, so we can lose 16 gold. I haven't looked at enhancements even a little bit on Infuser, but I'm starting to get up there. Let's lose 11 of the 16 right here. And then I need to lose 5 more gold. Oh, I'm at 20 gold, which is the number that I wanted. So let's lose 5 here. We get 3, 3, 2. We get 1, 1. We get to, during the downtime here, we can spend 20 gold on Shackles to enhance +1 heal onto Unending Torment. And so the question is, do I want the bottom or the top? And I feel like I normally use this for the bottom. So we will put the +1 heal on the bottom. And then just be very happy with that. And that will cost 20 gold. And then I level. Have I looked at these? Yes, I have. I feel like I like the idea of Phantom Limb. I don't have very much disarm. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out the cards next time, because baby girl is starting to wake up. She looks fake, but she's not. She's starting to wake up. Good morning. Yes, you slept hard, didn't you? So yeah, I'll figure this out next time. I do get 2 masteries, so replace a 0-1 and replace a -1. Maybe I would want 3 rolling heals. I'm not really doing negative conditions. Maybe I would want to ignore negative scenario effects, but I don't think any of the next 3 levels I'm playing have any negative scenario effects. So let's just do these 2. This and this, and we remove a -1 and a 0. Yeah, see, I want to do a lot of attacks because... Oh, how did that happen? I want to do a lot of attacks because this modifier deck is so good. How is it this good? Am I really supposed to have no zeros? Yeah, having remove 2 -1s twice is insane. And so I do have the -2 double curse, but that's like the best -2 in the history of ever. And then other than that, 3 zeros out. Where are the other zeros? Oh, yeah, you're only supposed to have 5 zeros, right? Or 6? I can't even remember right now. But I've got 3 zeros, and I've taken out 3. And then the extra 0 that I've added is right here. So I have 4 zeros in the deck. Okay. So I think that is right. Still, it's a really, really good deck, which makes me want to attack a lot to get those curses. And then level 9, I don't know. I'll take the other, adding that other rolling disarm. And there are some rolling heals that I could take, but I don't feel like those are that good. It would have to target an ally, so I don't know. It would be okay. So we get either Black Lance, move 3, attack 4, remove any number of shadows from the hexes you entered with the move. For each one, add +3. So if you moved 3, somehow buffed this up into move 5, you could remove 5 shadows to get an attack 19. And then if you had the long spear, which was an item in Gloomhaven, and I'm pretty sure it's a max prosperity item in Frosthaven, you could get a 2-target attack 19, which would probably get you 2 shadows back. And that would be nice. I don't know how you're buffing the move 3 up into a move 5. You would need like the Shadow Stompers or something, which are boots that can consume dark to give you +2 move. I don't know. This is pretty interesting because like you don't use a bottom for it, so you know bottom could be like Black Barrage to move shadows into position, and then you move 3, attack for 4 + 9, which is 13. Move 3, attack for 13, create a shadow with a top is pretty decent. You also get 3 experience for playing it, so that's great. Bottom is move 4, jump, make dark, curse enemies. It's not bad. This other card I think is maybe slightly more exciting. Place your character token on an enemy within range 4. When that enemy dies, all adjacent to it suffer 4, which like 4 is an insane amount. And like we're already putting our character token on things to mark them for our allies to kill them with Call to the Abyss. And then we get to attack them for 4, and if we kill them, then everybody adjacent to them suffers, and we get a shadow. If we don't kill them, then they get cursed, and we set dark. It's a late initiative attack, though, that we need to do from our body. which is not really something that we're doing a lot of. So I don't know. I had always thought I would take this Black Lance, but the AoE on When Your Time Comes sounds really nice. I just don't know. The really unfortunate part about this, though, is like it's an AoE thing that can spread out a lot of AoE damage, but you can't get 2 shadows out of it. You can only get 1. Which is sad. I guess, though, if you mark the target and then teleport onto it with Night Takes Shape, it could get a big explosion. Unfortunately, though, with the 3 remaining scenarios I have, I don't think any of them have a ton of grouped up enemies. So I guess I'll take Black Lance. I don't know. Probably drop Fluid Knight and take Black Lance. That seems fine. And then we can build a building. Hunting Lodge would make sense. For Prosperity 6, can upgrade the library. They would probably just add more events. Could upgrade the stables, but I don't have the item to capture things right now. Upgrade the Town Hall to get more challenges. 454, can I afford 454? Yeah, I can. So 4, 5, 4. So I need to lose 2, 1, 2. And I also have the Carpenter. So 1, 2, 2. Or 1, 1, 2. And that will get us the... It's hard to do this with one hand. The Town Hall upgraded. Which we just get a Prosperity, and then we draw 3 challenges and keep up to 2. Which, that's exactly what I needed, right? Was to do 2 challenges per scenario. Alright, GG.